You are now listening to No Dumb Idea. No Dumb Idea. No Dumb Idea.
You are now listening to No Dumb Idea.
There we go. Okay.
I can't believe this is happening. After all this time, we've come so far. We've done so much together. Me and my friends.
Okay, I can't even joke about that. Anyways, welcome back to No Dumb Idea. A nice, I thought we were gonna linger on that a little bit longer.
Yeah,
No,
I was gonna
cringed
linger,
yourself.
and then the taste was bad in my mouth. Yeah, I literally.
GymleaderNate, you gotta believe in yourself.
I forgot the power of
Go ahead and gather all the power of dumb.
How do I use the power of friendship if I'm not friends with myself?
The One Piece really was just being dumb.
Yep, true.
You
Anyways, this is No Dumb Idea. A podcast about pop culture, referencing and making jokes about all the things we love, from games to books to movies and beyond. I'm Gym Leader Nate, one of your hosts, and I'm here with my friends, who will be with me to the very end.
And I'm Master Gibbledang.
And it's me, dubbed Dala. I'm dubbed for listeners.
You don't want to commit to the
nice.
bit. Do a voice.
Yeah, I don't. Ooh, woo.
Lame.
There you go.
Wow.
I did one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, woo. I don't know. I'm like,
Well,
I failed
people
to
could
think.
probably tell at this point. Oh, sorry. You failed to think?
I failed to
I'm so
think of
sorry.
another anime reference. I'm trying to Yeah.
Well, then this might be a rough episode for you, because this
Huh,
is going to be an
looks
entire
like it's me,
anime-focused
Dala.
episode.
Look.
What?
Oh, do I guess I'll be Dala.
Come here.
There. Happy?
Not
There
really.
you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Just a wall of
honestly,
noise to
more
listen.
happier than before.
Yeah, this dude, I'm sure we've lost so many people so far, talking over each other, yelling, racial stereotypes.
No,
Is it racial
I
stereotypes?
feel like anime characters most of the time are raceless. You know, they're just kind of amalgamations of crazy emotions and expressions, essentially. Anyways, we're gonna be talking about anime today. We're gonna break down, just exactly what we look for in animes, what a good anime means to us, and exactly what would make a good anime. What type of, IP or idea or franchise really should be told in anime format, and maybe is possibly best told in anime format. They just haven't found out yet because they haven't tried it.
Because they haven't heard us this episode yet.
Exactly. But before we start off here, how is everybody? How are we doing? How are we feeling coming into this space? Because I want to make sure everybody's feeling good and stable before we talk about some of the most insane shit anyone's ever heard of, which is often what anime is about.
I'm doing good, chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool.
Have you been shooting b-ball outside of the school?
No, not really.
Get
not
one
really.
to fight.
No, don't keep going, Dolly. No,
Yeah,
no,
no,
that's
that's
not really. I'm sorry.
That's,
Mom
yeah.
didn't get it scared. That's my favorite anime, though. Come on now. It's my favorite.
Yeah, Fresh Prince the anime. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing this Dracula game. And by I've been playing, I mean that last night I spent about 20 minutes on it.
Marvel Rivals?
That game sucks. But Dracula
There is Dracula in it.
It's called Dracula. They put Dracula in that game?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
the official season 1 is like in a New York that's bathed in eternal night because Doom gave Dracula a this like artifact that let him permanently
cool.
like freeze the world in a blood moon.
But you can't play as Dracula.
No, you can't play as
Blade's
Dracula.
coming out at some point though. Oh, you don't like Blade? Okay. I
Blade
see how it
is gonna eventually.
Anyways.
Yeah, you're playing some Dracula game.
Gibbledang doesn't like good things. We've been over this. Anyways.
Yeah, oh my god, we'll get into that later too. Yeah, I've been playing this Dracula game. It's called Dracula Resurrection. It's crazy because my older brother played
what he
it
does.
when he must have been 13 in like the 90s, I believe.
Oh.
Or a long time ago. And I remember I had the faintest memory of this game, so I had to like look up like descriptions of what I remembered and kind of work backwards from there. And I found it, and now I'm playing it. And yeah, I've got about 30 minutes into it. Seems pretty cool, very atmospheric. But it's atmospheric, but then once it gets to the like cutscenes, it looks very cheesy. So it's kind of like
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
flip flop back and forth. But it's cool so far. It's a point and click.
What-
It's been a
What
while
genre?
since I've
Okay.
it's been a while since I played one of those.
No shit. I see. I'm looking through pictures of it and someone comparing it. There's like a post, someone comparing it to Resident Evil 8. Funny enough.
Interesting.
Like with some of the like the cutscenes and aesthetic. I mean, it's just like gothic horror. You know, that
Yeah.
sounds dope. I remember seeing this box somewhere, like the PS1 like version of it, I guess at least. But I never played it.
Yeah, the first 3 games were on sale on Steam for like $3 or maybe even $1.
Sure, yeah.
So picked them up.
No shit.
I just realized my fan was going the entire time.
Oh well.
Honestly, yeah. Oh well.
Oh well. That's a lesson.
My audio is just gonna be shit.
You know-
My audio is just gonna be shit for the first 6 minutes. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not turning. I'm not.
You know.
redoing
You
it.
know what we call that? A lesson.
Yeah, the lesson is still it's Gibbledang's fault. Anyways,
Wait, so I'm curious though. Or go on.
With what?
With your
Who
week.
go on?
Yeah.
Other than that,
that and hunting rats with snakes.
hunting rats with snakes. Well, I was thinking of something. I was trying to think if I had anything before that. Did I?
There was something you said you wanted to talk about, but you're gonna save it.
I
That was
know,
the
but I'm
rats
wondering
with-
if
that was the rats
that's
with
the rats with snakes.
Oh,
If
okay.
you want to cut this little bit out. No, I'm just trying to think of if I did anything
Think if
else.
there's anything else.
I guess I watched. I haven't finished it, but Creature Commandos. That's been kind of cool. The new
that
DCU.
Very good.
It's been pretty fun.
Okay.
Pretty fun stuff.
I saw like 2 episodes with you guys. But, okay.
Yeah, there's that. Nosferatu came out recently. That was really cool. I talked to my dad on the phone, and he was like, "I'm gonna watch that new Lion Man movie." I'm like, You don't need to."
Lion King? Awesome, right?
Lion Man.
You know that lion-
Lion King and Wolf Man put together.
You know that lion guy? The guy who's a lion? What's up with that?
He's yeah.
Craven?
Yeah,
You're gonna watch
my
Craven?
dad was gonna.
No, Mufasa. I'm tired. He's a real
But,
lion guy.
Other than that,
God.
that was it for my week.
I wonder if they got James Earl Jones back.
Yeah.
Whack.
But you were also talking before this about some snakes and rats situation. Hunting rats with snakes.
Oh yeah, so a long time ago, about like 10 years ago in my family home, my brother
Oh,
my
God.
brother lost like I think either his friend or his girlfriend's like pet snake in the front of our house. Like I don't know what happened, but basically the snake was there and then it was gone. And I remember at the time we used to have mice like in our walls and stuff. And like eventually the mice went away. And like we were doing things to get rid of the mice too, obviously. But then I remember at one point, like a couple years later after that, my dad was in the garage and he was doing something and he made a hole. He had to make a hole in like the drywall. And like he did, and out comes this snake that must have been like 3 times bigger than what it was.
Holy shit.
Nice. It had a steady a stream of rats and mice to feed on.
I remember being like, what the fuck? We were all like, what the fuck?
It probably cured your or mouse problem.
Yeah.
Right? Or at least...
Most likely.
Yeah.
No harm, no foul, I guess. Shit.
Of course, yeah. So
I'm also just like, what is
listeners from an expert in the pest control business, you got a problem with rats, put a snake in your walls.
I might need that.
Put a snake in
I
it.
got a mouse in this house right now.
Just let a snake free. Just get yourself a snake.
Honestly,
just get a snake.
know.
Yeah,
Honestly,
a
okay.
free roaming snake. I'm sure.
No joke.
The dog would do fine with that.
No joke. I had like the idea, it was like a passing
wait.
idea of like what. Well, I was just saying, like, what if I borrowed one of y'all's cat just to like hunt the fucking mouse and then brought it back to you guys?
Just to get the mouse.
Yeah, just to get this one mouse and then be like, all right, cool, here you go.
No joke idea.
No joke idea.
No joke idea.
No joke.
Yeah. That's going to be our serious podcast where we talk about politics.
Yeah.
No jokes. Yeah.
It's all politics and economics and things like that.
But the no is
yeah.
spelt right.
We're gonna be like, what is the Dow Jones really?
What
Who
is the
this
deal
guy?
with politics?
All right. It's me, Dala. Today's episode, we're gonna file taxes, so you're gonna want to get your W-2 and
Nice. Or it could be like that Caleb guy and just scream at people who spend too much money on Amazon.
All right. Yeah, I'm down. That's my next episode.
I know what that is.
Yeah, I don't either. But
Oh, you haven't seen that? The financial planning like TikTok, like it's a podcast, but I just see the clips on TikTok all the time, and it's about like people being in like hella debt and they don't like make enough money to meet any of their payments, and their like financials are all like in a mess. So they come on the show to have this guy like tell them what's
Berate
wrong with
them.
their finances.
Berate them, talk
But
down
he
to
literally
them.
just berates them.
Hell yeah.
100%.
That's
Well,
nice.
and they purposefully get the most obnoxious people they can.
Oh, I'm sure.
Who are people who are just like, you really expect me to not spend $1,400 a month on Amazoning clothes and other items to my house for no reason?
And it's just
dare
Amazon
you.
exclusively that they talk about?
A lot. It's like Amazon. It's a lot of it's also
subscriptions.
interest rates and loans.
called,
and
like-
like you bought a second car when you didn't need one, and your second car's loan interest rate is so high that you literally will never pay this off because you don't make enough money. Like shit like that. Yeah.
You're now watching.
So it's just funny watching his head explode.
You're now watching Trapped in the Amazon with Liam Gallagher. Who's Liam Gallagher? Someone of the one.
What?
That's the guy from Oasis, I
what did
think.
you-
It's the show. It's the show that you're
Trapped in the
describing.
Amazon.
Trapped in the
Yeah, yeah.
Amazon. It's about
With
people
a
that
singer from Oasis.
starring Liam Gallagher.
Oh, I see. You're going off of the Amazon.com thing.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow. I guess I'm just a.
It was a while back that I said it wasn't just Amazon.
Yeah.
So
I guess I
didn't.
Wow.
Gibbledang
Wow.
latched onto that one part.
Yeah, really hard.
I don't blame him. I do that shit all the time.
Yeah, you guys look at me like I'm
All right.
Quasimodo or something.
You are half formed. Anyways, how's your
Okay,
week
comfy
been,
man.
Dala?
Which half?
Would you like to know?
Yeah, ooh.
Anyways, on my mother's side. Anyways,
Ooh, nice. Half my mom's side, but the other half's my dad's mom's side. So that I've been fine. I've been good. Today, actually, funny enough, I was walking the dog like hours before this.
that's funny.
Yeah, well, no jokes, no joke ideas. Remember, no joke ideas. It's all serious. Look like you made yourself up. But
Yeah, I did. I was so stupid. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
no, you're good. No, but I was walking the dog like a few hours ago, and I live in Oakland, California. It's not.
Don't say that.
Why?
It's no big deal.
No
don't
big
like
deal,
that.
you know. Yeah, no big deal. I mean, I come find me.
Bleep that.
I live in.
Bleep that.
I live in.
Beep. No, but
Yeah, so you never
Gym
know.
Leader Nate,
I can say anything.
bleep what he said.
I live in. Oh yeah, I will. I'll like put a real loud expletive
fine.
bleep over it.
or you
Really
could just cut it.
loud.
I could take it again.
It'll be my voice going Timbuktu.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that, I like
No,
that.
no.
All right, leave. Do
No,
that.
put a really loud beep instead. Actually, I like that idea more.
There you go.
But it's you saying
So-
beep. But anyways, I was walking the dog.
So yeah, you live in.
Yeah. Do Banjo Kazooie sound like or something. Like the
There you
little,
go.
sound
You did
effect.
it.
Yeah, just cut that there. But yeah, so I live. I was walking the dog, and there's this like random church, like I'm walking towards it. This fucking spotlight just so bright as I'm walking, and it's like the one way I'm like walking. Like I can't really go any other way, so it's like staring at me. Like it's hard to not see it because it's like in front of me far enough. I get close enough. It's a fucking. They're shooting a short film there, and I was like, oh, like interesting. I've never been like on a set before, like or anything like that. And it's like hella annoying because they stop you and they're like, all right, wait, and I'm like, I don't give a shit about your short film movie shot. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to walk my dog. Like, no one told
It's
me.
like, I'm gonna have my dog shit right in your shot. I hope you know that.
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure his dick is like all in frame only, so you can't. It's not. You know. But as I was waiting, I was like chatting with the guy a little. That's how I found out it's a short film and such. And I don't know. It was just like weird and annoying, and like I had to come back that same way too. So it's just like, like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this?
That reminds me. God, that reminds me when my dad was working and going downtown to the city, and they were shooting Batman,
Ooh. Begins
The Dark Knight,
or Dark Knight.
and yeah, Dark Knight. And so there was like times when the entire like Lower Wacker Drive was shut down so
Wait,
that
can
they
you
could
bleep
use
that?
it to film.
Can you bleep that location?
Oh, nah, Chicago's huge. There's a billion people there. It's fine.
Yeah, you see, your dad was like, "Hey," and then I saw a fucking Joker, and then there's a fucking penguin and a fucking man bat.
No, but he did walk by. He did walk by the set of like a giant smoldering helicopter.
Ooh.
Like from a
It
the
was actually a
scene,
real
like
one.
yeah, it was a
it's
real
Chicago.
helicopter, actually. They just kind of messed up a little. Oopsie poopsie. A little bit of a what's it called? A little bit of a the Twilight Zone movie type situation. Ooh.
Oh,
Did you guys hear about that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. That one
hey, I'm
actor.
flying here.
It was an actor and two children.
And
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Anywho.
The more... But actually, funny enough, you
Anywho.
reminded me. When I went to New York as a kid. I guess it was around the time of one of the Batman movies because my parents took me to like the Today Show, and it was fucking, of course, like Michael Caine and Morgan Freeman are like feet away from me, like doing the interview, and I was just like, ooh,
Flick, yeah.
yeah, it's quite. I almost touched them as a like 13-year-old boy or whatever I was at that age.
Oh, that's entirely too close.
Yeah.
Anyways,
outside of
anything
that,
else happened in your week,
yeah,
Dala?
the only other thing is I've been getting excited for Superman, which is out later this year. And so I've been
That movie, I am excited to see if it's good because it looks like it's either going to be really good or awful with no in between. I don't feel a humdrum movie coming from this.
I don't
I
think it'll
feel
be
like
that
it's going to
bad
be a.
if it gets
I don't
bad.
think it's gonna be awful.
There's a bunch of the shots that I'm seeing where I'm like, this is already not my favorite, like cinematography wise.
Sure.
Like, so I feel like they're
I don't
really
think it'll
gonna
be
have
bad,
to
though, if it's bad. I feel like
sell it for me. You know,
I feel like actually at worst it's gonna be like just bland at worst, which is actually probably worse in my because if it's like Madam Web, it's like I love that, but it's not gonna be that bad,
I think it'll be
I
good.
guess in my mind, that's the bad. That's the terrible option. Is if
Yeah.
it's just boring.
Oh, then sure, yeah. I don't know if it'll
just
be boring,
bland
though.
and-
I think it'll be fine.
I don't know.
But
We'll see.
because of my excitement, I've been checking out I think it's called My Adventures with Superman, the animated.
Yeah, that one's so
It's
good.
really fucking nice. I'm like, it's only 4 episodes in, but it's like super nice. cute, very kawaii to keep on brand. They handle the characters really nicely. Like it's no, like Lois feels like Lois and Jimmy feel like they're very active parts. Like they're not just passive. Did they say Peter or some shit? What the fuck?
I don't know.
And Superman's kind of like a family guy, you know. And
I'm hoping since Jimmy's so involved, they'll just do the pink kryptonite storyline.
Ooh, but he's
just really push the envelope.
But he's actually.
Yeah.
But no, it's cool. The animation's great too. I mean, speaking of animation, like it looked really. The only thing I don't like so far, and it's only I'm only like 4 episodes, is like the villain character designs aren't really like anything to brag home about. They're just kind of very generic. But it's still early, so I'm hoping it gets better. But yeah, I would say highly check out if you need some Superman, something to check out, especially before. It's also very good to like for the whole family, lighthearted. That's
hell yeah. Week. Well, for me, it was basically nothing. Basically, a whole lot of nothing except for I made some special baked goods. Ooh. You know, some infused baked goods, if you will, with love. Mm-hmm. Yep, infused with love. With approximately 40 milligrams of love. No. So, yeah, other than that, it's been relaxing. Just been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals. Ooh. Now that we are in season 1. Yeah. It's been pretty good. I've been playing more Squirrel Girl. Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman both came out. And everybody on Twitter tried to argue that Mr. Fantastic puffing up to be big and muscular was him copying Luffy from One Piece. Yeah. So funny to watch that beef to people. Half of the internet screaming about how Mr. Fantastic's been around for decades longer and has done all of these things years and years and years ago, but then One Piece fans just being like, no, actually, because it looks like the thing I like, it's a copy of my thing. Yeah,
I mean they're doing that same with
because One Piece is everything, and One Piece is the only show, so it's a copy of One Piece.
Why can't it
they're doing the same with the Invisible
be a
Girl
reference?
It is like that's the thing. It's both. Like he has done those things in the comic in the past, but they 100%. Like took a little bit of an homage to a modern stretchy person.
That's why I don't understand the conflict on like whatever social media or whatever. That's ridiculous.
You don't understand nerds fighting over specificity? Come on. I think it's the easiest thing to understand either. The easiest thing to tolerate? Not so much.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into, what we're talking about that lots of nerds like to fight over. Over and over and over again. One Piece and other animes, So, what to you guys, like, I have a question, which is, like, what, like, in your eyes, like, what is, like, your favorite anime? Like, what is the one anime that, like, is the quintessential show that impacted you? Yeah.
Well, it's like the one anime that I remember that I loved as a kid, and I think it's mainly because I loved the aesthetic of it all, and not even so much like the art style, was Trigun. But that was the only one that I really watched growing up. That's not true. I did watch.
Such a good anime.
I watched and played some of the DBZ stuff, Pokemon, but I feel like that's kind of its own category, like the games and the anime. Yu-Gi-Oh, same thing. I feel like the Saturday morning anime that you would watch kind of falls in its own whatever category.
Yeah, like what America got.
Yeah, kind of. Like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Especially. Yeah. They're just like, Digimon. you just kind of accidentally saw episodes of them if you watched TV, like, as a kid.
Kirby, too, shit.
DBZ.
Yeah. The,
DBZ.
Like, for kids TV, like, block.
But,
I mean, I guess Adult Swim, too, but... Or
Toonami.
Sorry.
The older I got, the more... I don't know, the less anime that I watched. Because, like... I don't know, I guess I feel like growing up, it was a lot easier to latch onto one. But the older I got, the more that like suddenly every single anime was the best anime, and everyone's recommendation was like, dude, you gotta watch this one. Oh my god, but then you gotta watch this one. And you gotta watch fucking this one. You gotta watch this and that and that and that. And it became like not overwhelming, but it's like what?
It's too popular. Wasn't enough of counterculture anymore. Had to shy away from it. Sorry, guys. This isn't
sure.
cool. Too many people like this.
Sure.
I'm just joking.
Yeah.
I think that I could see that. Like, we went from like a generation where we would get like curated like barely any anime with like the aforementioned Toonami and 4Kids, and then now it's like we have Crunchyroll. We have like all the anime at once. Where it's like, oh, to me, it's like that's a lot, and it's like a lot of it gets recommended. And so I end up not watching most of it. I also just don't do hot with shows in general, like keep up with shows.
There's also just like a lot of there's also like there's a lot of schlock that gets made with animes now, with like Netflix making animes and stuff, and like just there's a lot that like seems like there's a very niche audience they're looking for. Yeah. It's like kind of hard to pull people back.
And
in.
I hate the
and it's like.
I hate the new trends of like the names that they're giving them, where it's like, I got turned into a slime. My sister fucking kicked me in the nuts, and I got sent to the past. Fucking
help! My wife is a third grader.
Is that a real
God,
one? That's gonna be a game on its own.
That is a real one. Oh, there's a game at the end of today's episode.
Fun.
Don't you worry.
Okay. Cool. I mean, shit. All right. Well, that was an answer to the question, I guess, at the start, too. I think for me, the biggest... I have two. One's a show, one's a movie. Probably about the same time. Cowboy Bebop show is what really got me into, like, anime, or, like, what... Like, that's my favorite, like, go-to,
that one
for
is
sure,
fire.
for show.
I've seen that.
I love the music, art style, the setting. It's, like, the first time I was, like... I don't know. It's like one of the first animes I saw outside of like DBZ, Pokemon, but it just felt so different and like unique, even though it's not. I mean, maybe for the time
It is.
And then
it's definitely unique.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, that's why I'm like, oh, it just felt like, and as a kid, no one else was watching it, and so I mean, not to be like a fucking hipster as a kid, but it almost felt like I stumbled upon something that's like, what is this? Like, oh shit, I found some kind of hidden treasure thing, but no one's really, at least growing up, was talking about.
Yeah, the Netflix show is better, but I mean, this one's still cool.
Yeah, no,
it's like being one of the first people to be into Neon Genesis Evangelion. Like in the
good
early days, that was something like you just kind of heard about. You know what I mean? You're like, what is this thing that like a small sect of people keep talking about?
Yeah, you'll see like something reference like the purple and green of like Ava 1 every now and then, but it's like this looks familiar, but I don't know where.
Like, what is this? Is this
I mean,
Gundam?
Shit, speaking of
it
Marvel
doesn't look
Rivals,
like the right colors.
Yeah, speaking of Marvel Rivals, fucking Penny Parker over there with them skins.
Yeah, honestly, like looks exactly like
straight up
Neon Genesis.
That and Kamen Rider.
Yeah.
And then the movie for me would be Akira. Akira is one where I'm just damn, this is all hand drawn, beautifully done. It's like a mix of horror, sci-fi.
You showed me that.
So good.
I watched that for the first time with you. I remember being like moved by it, like the soundtrack, the ending of it. Like, oh my god, blew me away. Love it.
Oh, the sound design's so good in Akira. That's so true. Akira,
goth babes.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, goth babes or whatever that. But yeah, those are my like. Top
for me, it's like for me, it you know, I was a Naruto kid, 100%. By the time I hit like 13, I discovered Naruto, and I loved it. I would read the manga and I would watch the show. Nice. And then I started going on like the shady websites in order to get the show faster by watching the Japanese subbed instead of the dubbed, so that I didn't have to wait when Shippuden was happening. Because like when Shippuden was coming out for the first like 75 episodes, it still hadn't even started in America, and I was like, this sucks. This show is 75 episodes in Japan, and they haven't even started it in America. So I was all over Naruto.
Boruto's better though.
And funny enough, other than like Naruto and Yu-Gi-Oh, I I didn't follow a lot of anime when I was younger, like from like my preteen teenage years. It wasn't until I got into college that my friends who knew anime better started showing me a bunch of anime, and then I started watching a whole bunch. And that was like when I watched like Cowboy Bebop, Trigun, Yu Yu Hakusho, like Kill la Kill, Gurren Lagann.
Kill la Kill is so good.
Kill la Kill is crazy. And the Trigun, I was glad that Gibbledang brought that up, because Trigun is one of my examples of some of the best anime I've ever seen. Like,
that one's good.
That one's just so incredibly fun to watch.
Yeah. I couldn't get in, like, I love Kill la Kill a bit better than Gurren. But
Gurren Lagann.
Yeah. But no, yeah, that shit's fucking fire. I mean, just in general, like, thinking of mechs, like, some of the coolest mech designs and stuff mostly come from animes. Like, Gundam, like, I've never seen a goddamn Gundam episode. I mean, maybe I actually have, like, in Toonami back in the day, but just, they look so cool. I want to buy all the Gundam toys, even though I've never seen a goddamn, like, lick of the episode.
Yeah. It's so funny because, like, I didn't know how much I liked mech-related stuff.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know enough to know that the that the Megazords and the Zords from Power Rangers was like a long running trope in Japan already. So like I literally was but I was obsessed with the Megazords from Power Rangers. So it was like, if only I had known, like, I feel like if only I had known that I could be watching like Evangelion or Gundam, like that would have been
or Big Robo
sick.
Or whatever. Yeah, I actually saw one that I like wrote down. I'm like, what the fuck was it? It was like Excalibur. It's like this big mech one that I had not seen before. I saw a clip actually of like, it's like of the main character. I think it's like Excalibur or something like that, and he's fighting like a giant Santa mech. So I'm like, oh, I gotta check this shit out.
Nice.
From like the 80s or so. So I'm like, yeah, it's so cool.
All right, so here's a question.
Okay, I'm ready.
What makes an anime like good? Like what are some of the things that would make it good to you? You know what I mean?
To me, I've come to realize that I'm not a big anime fan. I'm not a big A-head, as you guys call yourselves. Yeah, like I can't really.
Is that what we call it?
Yeah, I've heard
I think
you.
it's A-hole actually.
A-holes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we have a whole.
I don't know.
It's
It's just, I don't know what it is. Like it's. I think it's just series in general. Like, it's hard for me to kind of get into them. But in general, I feel like it's easier for me to get into a series when it's just starting, season 1, and then after that, I'm like, okay, I can't be fucked. And then when it comes to all these, anime, it's like, check this out. There's 3, 4, 5, 10 seasons of it, and it's like it's really good. You gotta check it out.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's why I really respect the animes like Gurren Lagann or like
One-offs.
Devilman Crybaby, where it's one season.
One of my
You
favorites.
know that you will begin it and end it, and then you will be done.
I
One
think
of my favorites I got into
I
is
think-
Skullface Book Sailor Honda Sun. It's like a comedy one. It's like a one-off, like shorts, very short.
That's funny.
I recommend.
I think what works best for me is anime movies.
Yeah, I agree.
There you go. So I mean, like that would be a big requirement for you to be something that you would be interested in. Is most likely it would be a movie, and it wouldn't be a TV show. That's good to know. For me, it's like it's an outlandish premise, sci-fi fantasy premise. Like that is, I feel like for me, what really like speaks to the genre and makes it a good watch for me is like something that is so ridiculous, they could never do it in like a live action TV show or a movie. Yeah, no other media could pull that off. I think those are the ones I really like because they really take advantage of the medium of animation.
Yeah,
because for years, like that's all people had. There was no CGI, so if you wanted to see like a cool space show, I feel like that was part of the reason why like anime became a thing, was because like that was how you saw things that could not be done realistically, so instead they were done stylistically.
I was actually speaking of that. Like for me, my favorite animes are usually like 80s, 90s, hand drawn. Like in general, I just don't really like. In general, with animation, when there's like 2D, but then there's some elements that are 3D that stick out like a lot. Like actually, that Superman show had like some robots that are like 3D, and I'm like, ugh, but it's like for just a couple scenes, you know.
I hate 3D animations so much.
There's some good ones, I'm sure, but most of the time I don't care for it.
Yeah, it's hard to think of any, honestly. Yeah. I think the ones that I really thought were good but used 3D animation at points, like probably like, you know, Demon Slayer uses 3D animation at points, but they also don't use it a lot. Yeah. So I think that's really important too, is like 3D animation can be useful, but like it's about knowing when to tastefully splash it in and to not just like go heavy handed with it. Because there's some 3D animes are like right where they start off, I'm like, so we're just making Code Lyoko again? Like, what are we doing here? This looks terrible.
So funny.
So, yeah, I feel like another, you know, some typical things that like you'd also see in animes that kind of like speak to the genre and would like lend other things would lend themselves to an anime if they had these. I feel like would also be like, you know, like stereotypical archetypal characters. Anime is real big on having characters be just like walking archetypes, and literary devices, like. Just like, this is gloomy McSad guy, and his whole thing is he's gloomy and sad, and it's like, what's his power? His power is to make a cloud that rains over everybody and ruins their parade, and like, it's everything is like super hand over fist, like, yeah, it's all just so typical that I don't know, I kind of love it, you know. It's like gives my reading comprehension a break. Just like give me a character named Villain McVillerson, and he's just like, I am King Evil, and I'm here to evil, and it's like, hell yeah, you are. Fuck it up. Well, the purpose of this episode, a big part of it, is I wanted to talk to you guys about like what things you know of, or ideas that you've had, or IPs that you enjoy, any of the above. Which one of those do you think could be animated and translated to an anime medium? Because we're starting, and this is going to include animated series, because we're starting to see more and more that they're trying to everybody's dipping their toe into the animated series / anime market. You know, Star Wars did it with Star Wars Visions, and like League of Legends has an animated series, not an anime, but an animated series. They're starting
to remake anime. One Piece got remade on Netflix.
That was honestly, it's kind of wild that they're like, listen, we know this show's way too fucking long. What if we made an abridged version?
Yeah,
they start one. Yeah,
like that's so funny to me that there's like gonna be 2 running continuities of One Piece at the same time.
Yeah,
like
that's not too uncommon.
The Pieceverse.
There'll be a crossover. It'd be crazy.
Ooh,
true. I always thought it'd be interesting for One Piece to cross over with One Punch Man, have it be One Piece Man. But yeah, so like right off the bat, there's something I do want to talk about, which is something
Peace
that
Punch Man.
I think encapsulate Peace Punch Man.
Took me a while, but I got it.
There you go. Peace Punch 1. Anyways,
One Piece Punch.
I feel like something
that sounds good
I have
right
talked
now.
about should be like, or could be an anime, because like, you know, Star Wars kind of showed that like with that kind of sci-fi genre, like it could work very well in anime, and with the Star Wars Visions. So I feel like if they did Dune as an anime, You could go kind of crazy with it. Like I think about like
That'd be cool.
designing the thopters and the sandworms, and
Yeah.
I feel like you could get some crazy shots and scenes of Dune like within the anime medium, and I feel like that. Oh man, and with the duels, with like they're like doing sword duels essentially because they have like the energy shields, and like oh man, it would very much lend itself.
You can make
Yeah.
some really
To
you can make some really good filler too, I feel.
Yeah, you could honestly.
like
you,
the
you would have to have you would have to have
That's the
like
most
a
important part.
training arc.
Yeah.
You'd easily have a training arc with him among the Fremen, and a training arc with him among his sword master.
You have to have a
with
tournament
Duncan,
arc.
Idaho.
That's pretty typical trope of anime.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Gotta have a tournament arc. That's so true. And then like there'd be like the oncoming war, and like the kind of like very like Attack on Titan type of vibes to it. And oh man, yeah, it would work and there's so much romantic drama in it too, which I feel like these are all like building blocks that make something like have everything it needs for an anime, like crazy weapons and fights, a very interesting location and setting, love triangles and messy love stories, these are things that kind of that sculpt the perfect anime. So Dune would slot right in there as an incredibly fun to watch like animated experience.
The budget's just the animation,
So,
like mostly. So it's like their imagination is the limit of what they can depict.
Is their budget? Some would say. The budget is the imagination. Some would describe it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why the Boruto imagination has been limited. Anyways,
Better show.
is there anything that comes to mind for y'all that would lend itself towards the media?
Can I go first? Because I'm not too super invested into anime.
Sure, Comfy Dan.
But
Comfy Dan.
so the one thing that I've noticed is that so I got two examples. One with sports on the sports anime on the rise. I've seen a lot of stuff about basketball, volleyball, firefighting, all these sports.
There's the good old fashioned. There's the good old fashioned Prince of Tennis from when I was we were like in like high school.
So
Prince of Tennis is an older one.
I'm thinking that the newest one would be a anime based on slap boxing.
Ooh.
Yeah. Or no, power slap.
Power slap.
Power slap.
The like slap it
Yeah.
trade off like
Don't
sport.
knock out kind of thing.
So it's about this guy, yada yada yada, super skinny, then he eats a lot, and then he gets buff, and then like he has to train his hand to smack harder than the fucking he's gotta
Guys.
maybe go find like an ancient master or whatever to teach him to smack as hard as the sun or something. And then he finds like his super enemy who has like a face made of stone that's stronger than the sun, and they end up facing off together. And then who knows what happens at the end? Maybe they become
Who knows?
maybe they become best friends and have to take on a bigger threat.
Bigger smack.
Have I shown you Moist Critical's God Slap?
Yeah.
That's what I thought you were going
Okay.
to reference.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's a thing
I
too.
was like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like very similar, but
But as an anime adapt.
it's not about the sport. That one's just about killing people with slaps.
And then a second adaptation I'm thinking of would be The Office. It would be The Office adapted into an anime. Two fandoms I don't give a shit about. It's like a, but it's
All
not
animes
it's-
is one fandom.
It's not comedy. It wouldn't be a comedy, but it hit all the like major beats from like all throughout the fucking 9-10 seasons or whatever. But it'll be compressed into one season, and it'll be called like either it'll be like the Office. Memories and legacies of friends that we made along the way or something like that, Or
Yeah.
or it would be like, I work at a paper company and I have to sell paper? Something like
Yeah.
that.
Just like very.
It's like
Like almost like a YouTube
another day
thumbnail.
at the office. Scranton Adventures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ordering
Dramatic
pizza at
and
3 a.m. and getting Freddy Fazbear? Like that's what those anime titles remind me of.
God, yeah.
Oh right, the like quote unquote spooky
Clickbait.
calling like clickbait
Yeah.
YouTube videos. Oh my god.
I turned my sister into a slime, and what happened next? And then the big reaction face with question
Yeah,
marks
that's-
and like shrug. Nice, that's good. I'd watch those.
That was
That's
a
all
good
I
one. Yeah, I would watch that. I feel like I wouldn't watch the Office one, but I could
Oh.
see an entire genre of person who would watch
Yeah.
the Office one.
It wouldn't be.
Does that
It would
make
just be a
sense?
romance. It wouldn't be funny or anything.
Yeah, no, it'd just be no, it'd have to be a comedy.
Yeah, there's like
still.
I've seen Your Love.
But then it would be anime style comedy.
That's not who it's for, though.
That's not what the Office is about.
Yeah, come on
It's not
now.
about the comedy.
Yeah.
It's about friendship.
It's about the
Dala,
One Piece.
what do you got? No, it is friendship. It's
It's actually it turns out all animes are secretly
Looking
about
for
the One Piece.
Yeah. They found it actually in the Office anime. And they're like, well, we found the One Piece and we actually threw it away because we didn't know what the fuck it was. They were a paper mill factory. Why would
That's
we
funny.
need it?
that's good.
Yeah.
That's the type of jokes they will do in comedic animes though.
Yeah, true.
Is like they do that. They love to reference other animes, and they'll do that type of joke where they're like, "What am I? Oh, I'm looking for something. Sorry. Oh, it's the One Piece. Anyways,
I'm looking
like
for
yeah."
Sama-chan's like homework. Like,
Who's
return it.
Sama-chan?
She's a student at
Dala.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Dala, what's
it's an
she
anime.
from?
Have you guys seen the fucking Office anime? God, there's only 1,000 episodes.
Yeah, true.
Catch
No,
up.
there's
I-
Michael
I'm more of a
Scott Chan,
Pam Chan.
Pam Chan,
They gotta
Jim
change.
Chan.
They'll change some.
Oh yeah, that's the real name
Dwight
of the
Chan.
anime is the Office anime is like, please notice me, Michael Scott Coon. Like
No, it'd be
That's
Jim
good.
Coon.
I love that.
What are you guys
Jim
talking
Coon,
about?
Jim Coon and Pam Chan.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Dala, what do
Alright.
you got?
But
Top
Dala,
that.
do you have one?
yeah, I got 3.
Yeah, top it.
I have a little more than 3. So this is one Netflix show called.
You
One
have a little
Piece.
more than
They should do-
3.
They should do an anime adaptation. of
Okay, 40,
it.
but you know.
So
I do have
5
more,
or
but
4?
there's 3 that I actually want to talk about.
We were not allowed to know, actually. All we're allowed to know is it's more than 3.
Mine's called Two Piece. It's called. No, I'm just kidding.
The 2 piece.
There's a bikini, but no one knows it's a bikini.
I was going to say that. It's
Ooh,
about
yeah.
bikinis.
The whole episode trying to find a bikini. No, but in all seriousness, never no joke ideas. I think the first one that came to mind pretty easily was fucking Aliens
Alien.
versus Predators.
Yeah, I said it first.
Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Specifically versus Predators.
I think,
Oh.
yeah, because when I think of it, I think of the comic book version of it, which is very different from the movies, first of all, because it takes place in the future. I mean, there's a lot of similarities, but it'd just be cool to see that, like, adapted in an anime with, like, I think 80s style animation, like sci-fi, the way that's depicted usually.
They
Yeah.
The action,
are-
the blood, and all that.
they are making a Predator anthology that's an anime. Should be coming out, I think, this year, next year.
Yeah, that's right. But I want 80s or
see.
90s
We'll see if it
style.
works.
Yeah, but I doubt it's gonna be
Yeah.
80s, 90s style. That's what I'm like.
It's not.
I'm
yeah.
sure it'll be good, but I just like my pitch would be it literally looks like it's fucking Wicked City or it's like Cowboy Bebop
Wicked.
or something. Or it's like
Defying
Wicked.
Gravity.
Yeah, I think that'd be my number 1. Number 2, funny enough, I think it'd be kind of cool to see like an Evil Dead anime or like Army of Darkness anime because there's some like comedy. You could do a lot of like I like horror. And like the way it could be drawn, like Akira, like the body horror stuff in that.
Ooh, Ash could see a lady with
see.
fucking big titties. You know what I mean? Big honking titties. Wouldn't that be sick?
Yeah. The big honky.
Yeah,
honkers.
that'd probably
Yeah.
happen.
I mean,
Yeah,
you probably
yeah,
would.
yeah.
Yeah.
He'd be like, Gah!
And his nose would bleed.
No, I don't know. No, I don't know if his nose would bleed, but he would like every muscle in his body would like flex, and then his eyes would like bulge.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It's just an anime usually with that's how they translate, that's how they draw and do the being overwhelmed by horniness is they make the character's nose bleed.
Yeah.
It's like a trope in anime.
Do their eyes bleed? Because
So
I
it's
feel like
like-
his eyes would bleed in this scenario.
I mean,
No?
they would in this
No,
one
it's
because
just their
Evil
nose. I think they're like implying there's it's an increase of blood pressure and to the point where your nose bleeds.
I've gotten horny that my
The
eyes
blood's got to
bleed,
go somewhere.
like a lizard,
Dead. You have
like one of those lizards. Yeah,
Oh.
like the snake in the wall.
yeah.
There's a snake in my
So
wall.
it's like that's actually how I come. It's
God, just blood
it's
everywhere.
out of my eyes mixed in with the blood.
Okay, what's
Oh,
next?
Is that normal?
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm reading a book right now. So my other one that
Right now,
I
right now.
basically like
You
right
literally-
this second.
You're on page
it's right now.
27. Damn.
The Bible.
I am,
The Bible
I am now
anime.
into the second. Yeah, I'm in the Bible.
I'm reading the
The
book.
Bible
He said the
would
book.
okay.
Like Jesus Chen.
I actually no real talk. Doing the Bible or just stories from the Bible as an anime, but doing it 100% literally to what's in the Bible would be crazy. It'd actually be a great anime. Like
That'd be pretty tight.
there's several that would be very tight.
Jesus spent 3 episodes with filler of charging up so he could fight the Romans.
It's like it's like I still need to see Noah, but I really want to because Noah is like that.
Yeah.
Where they don't.
They have the
That's not what you
elementals
don't know.
and
You
dragons
there's-
and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Nephilim and
Okay.
like the Seraphim
The anime,
and
right?
like how. Yeah, Noah, the anime. See what I'm saying?
It
Like
rolls off
you
the
get
tongue.
some. It rolls right off the tongue. But no, there's a book series I'm reading which inspired this entire episode. Because as I've been reading it, listening to it on audiobook, I'm into the second book now, and all I think the entire time is like, this should be an anime. This should be an anime. It's crazy how close to it is to animes. And it's the Stormlight Archive
It's a Dragon Ball
series
Z.
by Brandon Sanderson. Yeah, it's Dragon Ball Z the books.
The books. Okay.
So the Stormlight Archive
Stormlight
is a series. The first one's The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. And this series is so anime because like it is like right away they're like, okay, in this world they have magical thunderstorms that are like huge magic hurricanes that blow through constantly, and everybody has to always be ready for the magic hurricanes. And there's kingdoms, and the kingdoms have shard bearers who wield giant swords the size of like an entire person and wear magical armor so that they can like fight and jump great distances, and they have super strength, and their swords can cut through anything and can like cut stone like butter. And it's like, this all sounds so incredibly anime.
Yeah.
And like the more it goes on, they're like, oh, and here's a scene of them fighting a giant bug monster with their swords that can cut through anything, and like hacking apart this giant bug kaiju thing. Like, it just, if anybody who listens to this episode who's read the Stormlight Archives would know exactly what I'm talking about, and I urge anyone else who hasn't to pick it up if you're looking for something to read or listen to like I do, because
I'm curious if it's like actually inspired. Like,
so good.
if the writer is like inspired by animes, to like with the writing.
I mean, I feel like he has to be to some degree. Like the way things are described, it's like everybody has all this like magical armor that's all that they paint in bold colors, and there's like a red one and a blue one and a yellow one, and like,
You know,
so it's like vaguely sounds like Super Sentai
Power
anyways.
Rangers and
all of
Power Rangers and
these
such.
all of these describing colors and talking about magic makes me think that a Magic the Gathering anime would be pretty tight.
Oh,
Also
yeah, true.
on my list.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Magic the Gathering was my third one because Magic the Gathering has so many stories
Yeah.
that you can very easily make into an anime.
You got Wolverine. You got My Little Pony. You got Transformers.
Yeah, exactly.
You got Ghostbusters. Stories prime for television and movies.
And
anime
see,
or
that would be
whatever.
the other thing. It would be so nice to have something from Magic's story made into another medium before the card game becomes not about Magic's story either.
yeah.
It would be nice for them to give us
Some
something
adaptation.
that
So
is more focused on the actual story
So
of
I've-
Magic the Gathering.
I've always told Nate that my perfect Magic the Gathering adaptation would be it would be an isekai where the main characters are teenage kids that get thrown into a magical universe that is the Magic the Gathering universe, but all the IPs that you see and all the main characters that join the journey are Optimus Prime, My Little Pony, like Assassin's Creed, and it's a story entirely removed from the
like
Magic the Gathering
Ready Player One
plot.
almost.
Exactly, it's Ready Player One. The movie makes $1 trillion, and it's the most successful movie ever.
and then
And it-
no one plays Magic the Gathering ever again.
Exactly,
Yeah, I mean,
perfect.
capstone it
And then
all.
we all sell our cards and we're much better off for it.
Do that,
Look
but
how
an
much money we
anime.
save, babe.
Ah,
I mean, it'd
God.
be cheaper, probably, somehow.
It'd definitely be cheaper. The amount of money I've wasted on Magic the Gathering is astronomical
Yeah.
over the years since I playing since I was 15 years old. So
Fair.
I've tried to come up with a rough estimate before, and it's usually around like maybe 40K.
That's a different property. I know what you're talking
Warhammer.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, true.
It's not Magic.
Yeah, that's definitely expensive though.
Yeah.
40K. It's called 40K because that's how much you got to
Spend
spend in order to play that fucking hobby.
to get in, to start.
Yeah, that's the entrance.
Yeah, entrance
the
fee.
Entrance fee. Yeah. God. Well, do you have any others, Dala? Like
Yeah.
Stormlight Archives and Magic the Gathering. Those were my two real big ones. Like,
Yeah.
especially Stormlight Archives, because sheesh. Oh my God. There's also like there's like a little fairy that constantly takes the shape of like a girl with flowing hair, and I'm like, this sounds so
This sounds
so
just
anime.
straight up anime,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, 100%. So sorry, that was just another one.
Oh no, you're good. The only other one I really want to highlight is I had this one like I was like and it's a bit it's more of like a manga, I guess, but then you can adapt it to a bad anime, I will say, a poorly done anime.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I want to see Juji Ito do an adaptation of a Cronenberg movie or some sort of Cronenberg because he's done Frankenstein adaptation, and that's one of my favorite Frankenstein adaptations, like from the original.
Yeah.
And then you could do it as a shitty bad anime because none of his books do work well or are not funded enough for it, at least. But
Yeah.
I don't have a preference
I was-
switch, but I would just love to see.
Did you watch the
Oh, Uzumaki?
Uzumaki?
No, I was waiting for.
I
it
kept
to be
seeing
done.
scenes from it, and I was like,
I heard
See,
only
I
the
was waiting
first.
for
"It
it
looks
to be done.
rough."
I heard only
Yeah,
the first
yeah.
episode was like top tier, and then it just everything after that was fucked up by delays and rewrites and shit
happened-
like that.
Yeah, because it's been in the production for like almost like 5, maybe more years, and they used I think most of the budget on the first episode, not knowing that
Yeah.
they wouldn't get more. And so it's like the first episode is like really good, and like the trailer, funny enough, is all the scenes from that episode. And then when you get to like later ones, the story isn't as like fleshed out or as like edited, finalized. And then also like the animation's like a little more stilted. I mean, I've heard people say they still like it, but I think that's just also like
Those are bad fans.
they're I don't think they're fans of Juji Ito. I think they're just like anime.
Oh, even
Yeah.
worse. Yeah.
Yeah. But
It's like
that's what I want to see.
I also just saw people showing scenes where like you can see the like a picture of somebody like they're supposed to be like running away, and it's just like a
It's, like,
pig,
two
a pig
pages.
file like getting dragged
Yeah,
across the
yeah.
screen. With,
It's like
no
two-
changes.
It's like maybe 2 images, and then they just alternate.
frames,
and that's it.
yeah,
Yeah,
just
just
like-
back and forth. So it's like it's like an 8-bit video game, fucking Mario. Yeah,
Incredible stuff.
it's rough, unfortunately.
And-
Hopefully one day. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't really. I mean, I love his art. I don't really necessarily need to see it moving personally, but yeah.
That's fair. That's still
Yeah.
a true Jujutsu adaptation of a Cronenberg movie. That does sound very interesting.
Yeah.
Because horror is another genre that anime can really, really
Yeah.
utilize.
Oh,
So,
Rest in-
to cap off this little episode,
Rest in
I
peace,
have a
Junji.
game for you guys to play. Yeah, a rip in peace. Rip in
Rip
pieces.
that bong in peace, bro.
Unfortunately. Rip that bong in peace. Anim yay or anim nay.
Okay.
Oh, that says
We've,
anim.
I've done
that
this-
says anim. Yeah.
No, it's anim yay.
Yay is
Yeah.
Y-A-Y.
It just says
No,
anime, yeah.
No.
Anime, yeah.
No, that's yay as in celebration. I'm talking about yay as in the vote, which is spelled
or
differently.
it's
God, learn history.
It's anime
Learn American
IA.
history. Yays and nays
Anim.
is different. Anyways,
anim, yeah.
I think it's
we are
anime
going to play
IA.
Anim Yay or Anim Nay. And we've done this structured game before where I'm going to be giving you guys, your job is to tell me with what I'm giving you, is this the description of a real anime or is this the description I made up that is not actually an anime at all?
Okay.
Wait up.
So you're going to have to use your discerning skills to tell whether or not these descriptions are real and actual animes, or if it's just nonsense.
Do we
And-
buzz in or something?
And I'm I.
You're going to ooh-woo.
Ooh, ooh.
Yep, you're going to ooh-woo to buzz in. Yep, you're going to have to give me a ooh-woo.
Can I?
And then that's how I'll know that you want to answer
Can
the
I?
question.
And I'm I in.
Nope.
Okay.
No, let him, because it takes long to say that.
And I'm I.
Nope. You're gonna be coming in with a ooh-woo. You got
And you have to do the fingers,
So-
and Gym Leader Nate will know.
Yep, you gotta
do
go like
the-
this, and that's how I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I wasn't listening, and if I was trying to think of an MIA, how to say that, what was the rules again?
Yeah. So you're gonna be
I'll figure it out. It's okay.
listening
I think
to this description and telling me if it's real or fake.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
So you're gonna get 1 point if you can ooh in and tell me if it's real or fake. You are going to get an extra point if you say
the
it's
title.
real and you can give me the title.
Okay.
Oh God.
So
If it's
here we
real,
go.
I guess.
Without
yeah.
further ado, anim yay or anim nay, let's figure out how well you guys can figure out animes. All right, first one. This anime features an alien with godlike strength who blows up. All right, I'm going to finish the rest of it just for our listeners, but we got Dala already ooh-wooed in. This anime features an alien with godlike strength who blows up the moon and threatens to destroy the world. He agreed to one chance of redemption for the Earth, where he will teach a classroom of students to kill him, but they only have 1 year.
My
This is my
teacher,
favorite premise.
Well, Dala?
my math teacher is an intergalactic warlord.
This is classroom assassin classroom. I think one or the other. It is real.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. It is real. This is a show called
Assassination.
Assassination Classroom.
Whatever.
Such a good premise
Yep, the giant octopus alien.
with a smiley face.
He is going to teach a bunch of kids to kill him, and if they don't kill him within the year, he destroys the Earth.
Ooh, nice. 2 points, baby.
You'll love to see it. All right, we got 2 points for Dala, 0
The
points
only
for
anime I've
Gibbledang.
seen, probably. No. Well, on this list, probably, yeah.
Oh, you've seen some.
On this
yeah.
list, probably.
All right,
Probably
hurry
not.
up so I could win.
We'll see.
How many
You
yaois
never
do you have
know.
on here, actually? Because those I've seen a lot
Uh-oh.
of.
All of them.
Yeah.
Here we go. So the next one is a boy from the future finds a magic. This is supposed to say magic sword.
Oh.
It just says magic. A boy from the future finds a magic sword that can talk. It takes him to the past to save the era of kings and magic.
Ooh.
To play shitty games that suck ass.
And
This
Gibbledang.
is fake. This sounds like some early or late 90s fucking Rankin Bass shit.
That's exactly what I was thinking when I made it up. It
Yeah.
is indeed fake.
Fuck you, Dala.
That is an absolute fake one. So now Gibbledang has 1 and Dala has
Ooh,
2.
I
Let's
guess.
see if Gibbledang can make the comeback of a lifetime.
Of a lifetime. Ooh.
With
All right.
a lifetime.
Next, a rowdy teen harnesses the power of sentient clothing and the powers of partial nudity
Oh my god.
to overthrow a school hierarchy that determines social status based on their clothes superpowers. Yes,
I think
Dala?
I have a Goku level 5 outfit myself because this is Kill la Kill.
This is Kill la Kill. That is correct. I wasn't sure sure if I could describe this one in a way that would make it obvious or not obvious. So
It's hard. Also,
I wanted to see if I could take some that are popular but still make them sound obvious or non-obvious because the descriptions at their core are really silly.
I will say, yeah, I love such a good. Which real quick sidebar, Gym Leader Nate. Which club would you join in the school? Because there's like the band geeks, there's like the prep kids.
The band geeks,
The band
100%.
geeks, yeah, same.
That was me in school. I literally was the drum major, like for our marching band.
Shit, no shit.
Like
Okay.
I was full tilt music.
Alright.
I was in school.
So we got a 3-star Goku outfit.
I would agree. Lame.
Yeah.
Looks like you're gonna have to turn up the heat here, Gibbledang. All right.
Let's see.
Our next one is a teen boy meets an energetic friend who isn't aware that she has the powers of a god and can rewrite reality as she sees fit. Whatever fun event she wants to happen in her life will happen, and she must not know she's causing it. I think I heard Dala ooh in. Dala, would you like to guess?
I'll
My
say
best
it's real,
friend's
but I
a
don't
reality
know.
altering god?
Yeah, actually, let me take
Jesus?
a guess. Actually, the name, yeah. It's called. Oh my gosh, my reality, but I can't know about it. That's what it's called.
What?
Nice.
Shot in the dark.
This is a real anime.
Okay.
They are correct. It is called The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzuki.
Oh, it's your favorite word, Dala.
Yeah,
the word
it's
you
the
don't
most middle is-
understand.
Yeah, The Melancholy.
It translates to the middle of Haru High.
So, yep, the very interesting anime where
premise
there's
is
just a really like a preppy girl at his school where she quite literally anything she wants to happen, she's like, this would be interesting if this happened in my life,
But it won't.
and it does.
But it does. But she says it
Because
won't.
she controls the
I
world.
bet people
and
are
doesn't
still
know it.
homeless and people still starve, and that's not
There's
addressed.
actually more
in that.
homeless.
Yeah.
And
See,
more
that's why I don't
'cause
like
she doesn't
anime,
know.
because things like that aren't addressed.
She doesn't know that she controls the world. She can't just be like, I want to cure world hunger.
Wow,
I
so
wanna
that's
stop
not
world
even
hunger."
something that's
Like,
on her mind. What kind of protagonist why would I want to
That's
follow
so
her?
true. That's actually so true. At no point was she like, man, I really wish all wars would end.
Man, we need to end fucking Hawk Tua, girl.
I guess we do got to keep these wars going on forever, I guess. So, well,
Yeah.
boys,
She's actually
boys,
just a victim of
boys.
propaganda.
Yeah, ooh. Jason said
She's
it's
like,
so
actually,
cute.
I think capitalism's okay. All right, the next one. Shy, timid girl becomes a
Ooh,
streamer
ooh.
and upsets her pretty popular twin sister who can't
Ooh, ooh.
handle not getting all the attention. All right, Gibbledang, you oohed in. Is this real or fake?
This is fake. This is the story of my life.
That's correct. This is
Gibbledang
the
knows all the
Gibbledang
fake
the
ones.
anime. This one
Yeah.
is fake.
Yeah.
At least it's not real yet. You never know.
Well, yeah, because the
yeah.
Gibbledang anime hasn't came out yet. Still in work in progress.
All right, the score is Gibbledang 2 and Dala with 4. Let's see.
How
if,
does he
let's
have
see
4?
what can happen.
Why does he have
5? That's true, 5.
How is he getting 2 points
'Cause-
per question? I've only got
Because if you guess the title, if you guess it's real and guess the title, then you get an extra point because you're an actual anime fan.
Okay.
Woo, indeed. No.
All right. Next.
I kid.
Luckily, it's all made up and the points don't matter. All right.
Yeah, but I've
So-
won every game so far.
These matter. This will be
so
money.
it matters to me.
All right. A boy gets into a terrible car wreck and needs facial reconstruction surgery.
Ooh.
Having kept a picture of
This
his
is
school
tight.
crush in his wallet, the surgeons mistook it for a picture of him, reconstructing his face into that of a pretty girl. His crush becomes convinced that he is her long-lost twin sister. So I heard. Sorry, who who did that first?
Oh, it was me.
Was that Dala?
It was me, yeah.
What?
Why are you
Well,
going to
yeah,
ask
I
who
think
did
the real-
it
the real-
first? It was me.
Well, because I heard it. It was so soft. I was like,
Oh, well, if it was soft,
yeah,
it was
Dala, go
Dala,
ahead.
but if it was first, it was me.
Yeah, so soft
Oh, okay.
first then. I want to say it's it's real because like there's just so many animes that are like this. But I feel like you also did your homework and you wrote a really good like in-depth one. I think I will go with fake for this one.
I'm gonna say
It's
it's
like
real.
I think it's.
I'm gonna say
I
it's
think
real.
It's fake.
I'm actually my girlfriend now. Ooh, all the boys
Well, it's not
want to
his
fuck
girlfriend.
me.
It's just his crush.
Yeah.
It's just the girl he's obsessed with.
Okay.
All right. Well, Dala said. Wait, which one did you say? Sorry, I
I'm
forgot
gonna say
already.
fake. I think this might be something you made or.
I'm gonna
got
say
from elsewhere.
real.
Fake. All right. So it is technically
Ooh.
fake because this is a manga,
Okay.
but it is not an anime.
That's why I was like, there's a lot of.
This was
fucking-
never adapted into a show,
Yet.
but this was a manga.
Give this like
I'm right?
2026. This is gonna be out of fucking. No, I'm right. I said fake.
I'm gonna give. Technically, I'm gonna give a point to both of you. I've decided because I do what I want, and
Fair.
because this is both fake and real.
Yeah, fair. I mean, if you move the book quick enough, it is like an anime. You know, if you flip through the pages quick enough, it moves around like it.
Interesting.
That's how books work, right?
Sure. So comic books just are cartoons
Pretty
if you
much, yeah.
flip the pages fast enough.
Yeah. You do the like the Captain Underpants back and forth fliporama shit.
Or you do the Mad magazine where you bend all the pages and it makes
Where you
another big
fold it and make
picture.
It makes like someone with little big boobs.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, big boobs anime.
Yeah, see?
Proof.
See?
All right. A girl is locked in a tower with only ice cream to eat. When she is finally rescued by a knight, she must learn to live a normal life as a morbidly obese woman obsessed with sweets.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I hope this
Gibbledang,
is
yeah.
real. This is awesome.
It sounds like it could
This
very well be.
is fake. I made this one up. This
Nice.
is not real.
You should write anime, or
But it does.
write manga.
It does sound like it would be real.
Oh hell yeah!
So
That's so fucked up,
So-
dude. What's your
well,
problem?
part of the reason it sounds real is because
A girl that's
'Cause it is.
fat and then she
Animes-
doesn't know how to not be fat.
animes have a tendency of making fat characters' whole story be about the fact that they're fat.
Okay.
Like their whole personality. They're like, if there's a fat character, he's like, I use my ultimate move. Yummy,
Eating.
yummy
I'm
tummy
gonna
time.
eat lunch on
Like-
second lunch.
Yeah, that's literally like, I can't do this. I haven't had my snack yet. So like,
I've only eaten 3-course meals and I'm starving.
yeah, that was a calculated bait,
That's
and
pretty good.
Gibbledang could not resist because he desperately wanted that to be real.
Hey, yeah, it's not real yet. That's
Wait,
all
so
I'm
I don't
saying.
get 2
Not
points
real
for
yet.
this
That's so true.
because there's no title for it. So this
To
point
be,
is
like,
only
doubly
1
wrong?
point.
No.
But how come? So that means that this question would only get me 1 point. This
If you got it
this
right,
game's
yeah, that's
rigged.
correct.
I did get it right.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Oh,
You just
okay.
said you said it was real and it's fake.
Uh,
The word fake is still up here.
I guess my
tired,
heart
Gibbledang, take a
knew.
nap.
My heart knew it was fake, but I guess I just really wanted it to be real.
That's yeah.
Good.
All right, next prompt. A man weaponizes his
Ooh.
nose hairs to fight against the Chrome Dome Empire and prevent them from shaving the world bald. Gibbledang? That's correct. This is real.
but
This
this-
is a real anime.
Oh, okay, it was
known
actually
as
called-
Bobo.
Okay, I was like, what the fuck how'd you answer? There you go. They got 2 points.
You did. Just
No,
saying all those bows was the
Yeah,
answer.
I didn't know that was. I was like, what the fuck was going on? Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
That
'cause
is
you're not an
real. So
anime
that is
fan.
2 points
There you
for
go.
Gibbledang.
Oh.
So now it is what is it? 6 or sorry, yeah,
Is it supposed to keep
6
fucking
to
8. I
I'm
think.
keeping
6
track.
to 8.
6 to 5.
Oh,
It's
yep.
6 to
Gibbledang
5.
just jumped up in that point somehow. This one was worth like 10.
So now yeah, 6 to 5. Let's see what the future holds though. Color-coded gangs of delinquent teenagers fight for
Ooh.
dominance in the streets of Tokyo, all of it
Hmm.
being manipulated by online chat rooms and a motorcycle rider with no head. All right, Gibbledang, is this real or fake?
This one is real.
It's real
And
fake.
it's
is
like-
what it is.
This one is
It
real.
is real. Cancel it. No, I think it's real, and I think it's like I don't know if it's like an Alice in Wonderland name or whatever, but yeah, I think it's real. Or I could be thinking of something else entirely.
This is
Oh,
real.
yeah.
This is a real anime called Durarara.
Okay.
An anime that I very much enjoyed. It's a little weird,
Durarara.
Yeah.
but honestly, a great time.
Okay.
There's like randomly a guy who has super strength for no reason. Like no one, like there's all these things where there's one character who is a headless spirit from anxious times who no longer has a horse to ride, so now she rides a motorcycle instead. She's basically the headless horseman.
That's cool.
And like, but then also there's a guy downtown who just has super strength. Just no explanation, no reason. He just has super strength.
That makes sense because it's anime.
It's-
And that's what One Piece Man is.
Yeah,
like.
and
One
then
Piece
I'd
Man is just
like-
It's just a story.
I like if there's another
just got
guy who's like
buff.
Charles Dickens. He's a really good writer. He's like, oh, here, let me write a story. Really quick.
Kind of, yeah, like
I just
kind
said-
of. And then one of the other big characters, his power is he's an information broker for the, for like the criminal underground. Like, so wait, there's one guy like there's like gang stuff, and then there's also superpower, and then there's also mythical fairy tale legend. Like, it's all over the place.
That's funny.
All right, we are on to our last
Ooh.
question. It is now
Hoorah.
tied
Hey, yeah.
6-6. This is going to determine everything for all the marbles.
Cool.
The city of Tokyo struggles for survival as every. Did both of you do that at the same time? I think I technically.
I know, I didn't.
Technically
no,
heard.
I didn't say
did
it at
you?
all. Dala just said it first
Oh,
before
nice.
anything.
Oh, he said it so forcefully. I just heard feedback.
I thought
and
you
I thought
were-
that was both of you saying it at
Yeah.
the same time.
I thought I saw you speak too. That's why I was like, "Oh shit, that's hella funny." We both.
That's
Wait,
so
go. Sorry,
funny.
read the
Alright.
prompt. So.
The city of Tokyo struggles for survival as every electronic appliance in the country is possessed as a yokai. Some turn to fighting the appliances, others turn to taming them, but some can only run and hide. So Dala,
This is
is this fake or real?
And it's called Yokai Pliance.
That's you're onto something.
Wait,
there.
can I?
But unfortunately, this is fake
Oh!
because I made this up.
Nice. Okay.
So that
Game
means
just ends in a
that
tie.
this is now going to be ending in a tie. Congratulations, both of you did great.
We're both equal
Both of you did
anime
great.
fans.
I like
You
that.
will both be winning anime body pillows of me.
Yes.
Even better.
To
Like a
enjoy,
6 foot tall body
your-
fellow. It's a body
Oh, I
fellow.
broke them in.
A bottle. Yeah, I was gonna say.
I know that they're me, but I made sure to break them in for you. Don't you worry
it's
your pretty little
It's
head.
just masturbation at that point, right?
So plugs.
Nope, still a sin. Anyways, plug.
I didn't say it's not a sin. I just said it's.
True.
They could both be true.
Well, if anybody needs to find me, I'm Gym Leader Nate on everything. You know, please feel free to, email the show, no dumb idea at Gmail if you want to tell us how you feel about an episode, if you want to tell me all about how these animes are disgusting sins that should never be aired. I would love to hear about it.
Disgusting.
So,
It's the world of
perversions.
anime. It's me, Dala. You can find me at Dala.art on Instagram. You silly bakas.
What's this voice that
There
you?
you
What's
go.
this? What? Why are you doing
it's
a
his,
voice?
his edgy, it's his edgy anime voice,
Yeah,
obviously.
Really? What
Well,
about
if you
you,
want to
Gibbledang?
follow me at
the
Gibbledang,
program.
go ahead and do it.
And make sure you follow the podcast at No Dumb Idea everywhere, all the time, every place, all at once.
Everywhere.
YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, your mom's house.
Oh,
We're everywhere.
Why don't we
just,
give a
you know,
shout out
give a
to
shout
being
out
a
to-
slime? Turning into
Yeah.
slime?
Oh yeah! Shout out
That time I got
shout
turned to
out
a
to
slime and
really
had to give a
big
shout out.
swords. Yeah.
Uh,
I wanna give a quick shout out to blue hair that
Shout
stands
out.
up in weird ways.
Shout out Assassination Classroom, pretty damn good. Go check it out.
Yeah. Shout out to the having the drill that will pierce the heavens.
Shout out
Alright,
to
yeah.
being so fat that's all that you know, and then when
That's
someone
all you
rescues you from a tower, and then
Yeah, shout out,
you just don't
shout
know how to
out to
function in
only eating
society.
ice cream.
Shout out Dubs, not
Honestly,
subs.
that one was just me. Shout out to Dubs, not subs. Shout out to Subs, not Dubs.
Ooh.
Whichever way you go.
Shout out to
Or
both Dubs
if
and
you're
subs.
Bilingual.
Yeah, or neither.
Shout out to people who watch on dubbed on mute. If I can't learn the story visually, it doesn't deserve to be known.
Real fans read lips.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Perfect.
Thank you for listening to No Dumb Idea.